fully expecting
breathing heavier than Mitch on an analysis desk. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Dude, I'm getting flack in chat for the breathing. I'm like, I stay muted for 20 minutes.
Choose your agent.
Even the game's telling Pit to hurry up, stop toying with our emotions. There we go. We are locked in. We are ready to go. Zeke back on the Reyna. Everything locking in. And yeah, that unique ability to kind of avoid duelists as such for NIP that hasn't necessarily seemed to be a huge problem, but it's definitely been something that's caught our attention. I mean, I'm liking seeing NIP being willing to change a little bit of the composition meta as such. I mean, I look at North America and they are taking it even further. We've had some crazy lineups out there that are looking actually pretty viable as well. Definitely caught my attention. Just, I think, well, I guess it would count as today, technically. It was late enough. But into this we go. NIP going to be starting on the attack. I really don't know what to make of this now. I think, as I said, once we break into this best of 5, as it is, it's going to be a little bit different. I think this is where you should see G2 come online, because they are probably pretty annoyed at this. I would be. You shouldn't be in this scenario. This was meant to be a best of, well, I guess a best of 2 as such, initially.
Yeah, I mean, coming back to Nib's previous Ascent showing, the real test now comes towards G2 structure and that default setup, because NIP were not afraid to go aggressive on their defensive rounds. I'm talking about that B main control, you know, the flash out, the wall down, give up that side of the map for a full 30 seconds, wait for that wall to expire, find that map control elsewhere. So this one's going to be a bigger test for G2 than arguably the previous map in my eyes. Pistol round though. Pattek, no idea what's the other side of that wall, but throws the paranoia down, takes a little bit of damage. He's got to tuck behind the switch there. Zeke swing out, the reinforcements come through good. 2 kills for him, Kriya and JD fall.
Huge bailout there by Zeke. The timing could have been awful, and Zeke's just popped the hell off. That's all thanks to Zeke that round. I honestly thought they were kind of screwed. That timing on the split coming up short there, those 3 players, as soon as the Omen turned, popping down, trying to help out the rest of the side, feeling the pressure through A main. There could have been that crunch time, but no, Zeke on the bailout perfectly, going to get himself straight on that Bulldog, well prepared for the next one as well. But if this is a good time to highlight how good individually Zeke is as well, I'm super happy about that too. Reyna,
what did that tweet say?
Yeah, I mean, look. I mean, look. We like this. We like to see this. I want to see G2 kind of back being the bad boys here. You know what I mean? You've got ardiis. You've got some of these players that are super powerful, super good. And you can see the facilitating to get ardiis to these positions, to try and get him more proactive, even against pistols, which is kind of scary. Mixed while showing, do not fear, guys. I have the frenzy. I'm fine.
We again talked a little on the previous map about that conditioning. This is G2 doing what I say they love to do, which is set the pace, set the aggression, make them scared. ardiis, what? The double tap onto some Rosa there, find both kills. And I mean, this is it. This is when the G2 confidence comes out, right? This is going to keep NIP on the back foot. Nobody picking up a kill in the first 2 rounds here. This is that G2 dominance we've talked about.
Look at this. Daddy's home, boys. Look at it. Boom. Oh, you love to see it. You love to see it. Where was this last map? You've made me work longer. I mean, I guess I get to see more games, which makes me happy, but, you know, I don't get paid by the hour, boys. We've got things to do. We've got other games to watch, but it looks like G2 have woken up, at least initially. Now, ninjas, you know, they're slow builders. They'll grind it out. They'll build back in. They'll change the narrative, but it has been a nice start and certainly one to get the boys pumped up from G2.
That's it. Well, the quick presence showing through B main there. G2 just holding steady, though, not giving too much away. Now we see the rotation come out from NIP. Spike's still down outside B lobby. Kriya and JD looking for something back towards mid. Again, just a 2-1-2 here from G2. This is it now. They've shown their aggression. Now they're going to wait to see if NIP can respond. SMGs scattered across the board for both teams as well, so expect them to try and convert some of these bad weapons. Existence all the way over towards A, actually, and like I said, he's the most influential member of NIP previously. Hopefully he can get back over there and rejoin his teammates. But look at Pit and ardiis.
Don't forget his lurk that he pulled off on Icebox as well. If he gets that timing just right, Has to see how the hit goes. It's got to draw the two players who are kind of holding that split, the mid-B split. And as you see, the wall goes up. That kind of cuts it off. Now, yes, instantly Patek checks for it. You're not going to get away with those sort of surprises when there isn't enough of a threat to garner the attention. 10 seconds on the board, a very late in the day hit coming through. Rhyme has to hold the line, and he does get one, but two not going to come through. Ardiis straight away on the trade. Quick little push in now. JD trying to do some work. Spike is down. Not going to happen. The bigger guns have come out to play. Chihuahua with that Phantom sitting in his cage. And even with all the rage in the world, he can't make much happen for it. Nice retake from G2 there.
I mean, already, right now, the coordination just night and day from what we saw on Split. Again, double peeking angles, crossfire set up there. Always somebody in position to trade. This is G2 kind of setting the standard now, going forward for themselves on Ascent. It already looks better, if I may speak freely in the first 3 rounds.
You may.
Thank you.
Look at these fly-throughs. I love the fact that, I don't know, like, as a little dweeby nerd, I kind of find it kind of cool that you can look into these places. Look at the little bear chilling in the window. Look at that creepy little bear. Hello.
That is actually... Yeah.
How's the post plant going? Look at this dude. Oh, he's having a great day. He's having a great day. NIP fans waiting for the first round be like. 3-0 though, G2 so far looking pretty comfy. Ardiis, Zeke, both looking real good. That's going to be a big indicator, a big win condition. I feel for G2s to have those two online. Nice to have Mixwell in there, Pit, Patek, whatever you like. But I think those two, as we know how good they are individually, I want a bit of that.
Back in now, and again, this is G2 again exploring short. Patek finding something after exploring. And that's spiked down. Again, they won't get the notification because the smoke's down, but Patek finds another? Is that another one through the smoke?
If
Unfortunately,
at most the smoke was fading. I mean, I don't blame the observer to be like, there's smoke. He can't see him. No, no, no. JD, though, trying to trade out. Spots a bit of a pixel out of place towards short. You're brave. You are brave, Patek, but it baits in Mixwell. But actually, JD very well and truly aware of the possibility. Nicely done. Good check of that. But it is still going to be an uphill struggle to make this one land. Ardiis, again, good awareness on what map control they've actually got and what they don't. Korea doesn't get the opportunity to make much out of it now.
I have the spike.
And Ultimate's just coming online now for G2 again. Ooh, yeah, JD actually getting all the way behind Patek there. We'll get that kill and the wall down, blocking Tree off, but bites off a bit more than he can shoot. Ryan will trade that one out. Ardiis trying to hop up onto the wall, but Zeke definitely not noted here. Ryan expecting main, but okay, baits out the plant there, taps the spike. Zeke tried to swing on him, but Ryan swung on him first.
He knows this now. Rhyme has to take the fight. This is just pure muscle, aim, and it's going to be Pit to come out on top. A hard position to play from for Rhyme, especially after that camera goes in. He had to clear it, but Pit very well played on the way back through. That got a little close there, I've got to say, but it is a round win nonetheless for G2. Considering how this started and then how close it got, not bad from the Ninjas, but it does go G2's way.
Pit's looked really good today.
Yeah,
really good today. Just consistent as well. Again, not just with a pistol.
Do you know another player I like, by the way, Hypoc? Sabrosa.
Do you? That's weird.
Yeah, man, I just think he's really good at the game, you know?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You know, first off, it was a slip of the tongue, and then chat would roast me, and then I realized nobody in chat actually knew that spot's called Sabrosa.
Yeah. It's alright. It's fine. Let me
just call everything Cubby. Just call everything Cubby.
I mean, everything's link, connector,
yeah.
You know, halls, main. Mid. mid. Top mid. Love a bit of it. Good start, though, this round, at least for the Ninjas, making a fair bit of impact happen. Chihuahua being kind of baited in by the Omen, trying to make some progress while the spam comes in. It does do quite well at that. You can see the flashes coming into place, clearing as they go, and mid has been at least garnered.
Yeah, Pat and Zeke again on this A-site patrol now. Gonna get a little bit of information actually from nobody being main, and you can see Zeke trying to creep a little bit further. This drone though gonna give away his ideas. Pat's still posted up though. He's watching the short push, and there you go. The paranoia comes through, gonna buy them a little bit more time. If Zeke can find that kill, actually, Ryan backs away. But look at this, Chihuahua's lurk once again, giving up enough information for NIP to sweep back through market. Ardiis now gonna be careful. Try and stay alive in this scenario.
Ardiis, that has a lot of utility to deny you doing exactly what you're trying to do. Spike should be planted soon. The ultimate is popped. Uh-oh, this is a problem. Spike is not going down. 10 seconds on the board. Pitts just found one. Rhyme does at least equate the damage, but now position given away. He can't leave this. There's no way out unless someone has some utility to put into play. Ardiis is waiting. You can see all that information now revealed. Ryan wants to swing. He's trying to bait it out. But where's that next level of attack coming from? Yes, the pressure from the Reyna will come through, but it will be late. This is going to be a late in the day retake. 3 players to pull it off. Zeke being one. Ryan's still in a spot of bother, but he's making so much problem, so much trouble for G2. Nicely handled by the ninjas in the end, and great work coming out. Just, I love the time being bought from just that one position.
And again, Rhyme just staying tucked in means that Zeke, I mean, Zeke can't just charge at him. It buys so much time for the rest of NIP to get those kills when necessary, and G2 have to pinch at the same time. So really, really good stuff from him. And I mean, initially the site hit comes through. Like you said, all that utility invested. The last thing there was the trap wire. Pit converts that trap wire to a kill. Ultimately then loses his life. And I mean, the Hunter's Fury did get a tag, but other than denying the plant, not an awful lot garnered from that.
A little bit of early damage. Don't know if anyone actually took any from it. NIP looking for opportunities, but I like the cautious pace. We know that G2 can be aggressive on the defensive side, so probably a good idea. Pit this time trying to keep full information flow towards that B site. Nothing seen just yet, but soon he'll get a fair crack of info.
Camera taken out. Cage 3.
This is looking a little more spread. NIP's approach here this time around, and again, I know footballists were maybe a little bit of an unknown quantity. But NIP definitely more cautious. Whether or not that is the first couple of rounds and the aggression that G2 did show, I'll take it a much slower, methodical approach than what I was expecting.
Off your feet!
30 seconds.
See, Rolling
looks
Thunder
like
going to get sent through tree. Yeah, look at this. This is a fast hit coming through Reyna.
Zeke still in a good enough spot for one. Gets to readjust position. Caught in the back though. Good trade from Existence. He needs more. And he gets more. But there's Pit again. The value of his kills coming in. They may not be... He may not be top fragging on occasion, but when he does get these kills, they are important to the way the round goes down. And that's what we talk about with impact fragging. It's so pivotal. But still, I like the idea from the ninjas, but well controlled. Zeke's early information, his good little off angle, tucked in the corner, repositioned didn't go well, but instantly the shutdown was there. G2 ready to deny any more progress. Oh, we found another bet. I didn't know it was smoking. Look at that. Damn. Damn, right? Putting in that work.
That's attention to detail.
Yeah. Those 3 pixels out there looking real deady. 5-1. G2 very much in command so far. I don't feel like the ninjas can do much this round. Keep in mind, I think it's just frenzies, maybe Sheriff or 2. It shouldn't be much, if anything. So have to see what they can achieve with it. G2 should be well and truly aware of the economy.
Well, all this kind of slow exploration play, I want to see NIP kind of put it to good use and find an opportunity they think they can exploit. Because G2 right now, again, talk about the criticisms, it's discipline and structure. Zeke's got a cheeky little jump spot there.
I love that. It's something that...
I think he's seen 3 or 4 there. Finds the first Rhyme, good for the trade though. So NIP will get site control. And the weapon upgrade. Existence actually having the spike there. Ardiis will swing before the fault line and JD will fall, so more damage going on. Oh my god. What?
It's all gravy.
Yeah?
It's all
Take
gravy,
a step
don't
back
worry.
and I guess farm from heaven is
Free
the
farm.
strat there.
It's all good. It's all good. We're chilling. I like so that little jump thing is something we saw in Counter-Strike towards, I guess, somewhat semi-recently. It's not been something that was seen 5 years ago. It's tactical pause coming in for G2 this time, it looks like. But just to say that it's kind of when you hit the top of the surface almost, when the head goes bonk. It kind of resets the move enough to kind of put you back down quicker, so you get that nice quick peak. Very hard to do anything with, so I like that. I like to see that being utilized here. Tactical timeout for G2, I don't think they really need it, but maybe just let them swell a little. Want to go for this was a bit messy, but we take it. Got a little sketchy. It's a cute face. I like the one at the bottom.
Really?
Yeah, it's got a weird little
Melting
mouth. When it should have been over in 2, but it's now going all the way.
Okay, dude. Okay.
Look, it's one of those
But
days.
someone's actually kind of like an OO face, actually. If we can go back to
what
that at some
face?
point. Nothing. So, 6-1
Did
the
you
score
just
line.
hit a casual ooh-woo?
No, there's absolutely no proof to back that up.
Shadows traveling.
Oh, are we seeing a fast one? This is nice. Okay, we saw something similar from Scream when he was playing Jet, right? That kind of self-sufficient approach to the side itself. Good little take from the ninjas. Now, it will instantly force a retake. G2 can't really fight. This one, they're too deep on the site. They weren't playing proactively to take initial fights. They're already kind of postured towards this. But a 5v5 retake isn't easy. We do have the off angle being garnered over there by the Cypher. We've got decent enough positions. I don't mind this. Chihuahua has to win this fight, though, otherwise there could have been problems, and he does.
Big win there. The late lurk from Patsteg, or flank rather. JD now going to post up on top. G2 actually managed to get down on the side. Pit and Zeke will find kills. Existence responds with one, but Ardis will send it home now. Existence, the last man standing. No flashes left. Ardis will hard clear him in hell.
Good retake.
Really, really clean. Again, and that was just brute force. Brute force. They all swing at the same time. Mixwell throwing up the distraction there. The cloud burst down behind Dice. Dashes in. I think at least 3 members of NIP were staring into the smoke there, waiting for Mixwell to swing. But again, just the counter peak so good. Zeke, Pit, and Ardis all finding kills.
Yeah, I'm thoroughly impressed with these retakes. Good coordination between G2 to be able to make this work. Great synergy with the teammates knowing where they can clear, where they can't. There was a little bit of danger from a couple of the players in decent enough spots. JD's position, I thought it could have done something on top of the ice wall, keeping himself safe from almost the one way of the cage back there. But then again, Pit instantly checks on it, no problem. Patitech last time did garner a couple of kills from this early peek through middle over towards the B side. And he's getting aggressive on the season enough, but just about gets away with his life.
Yeah, lots of damage done though. G2 4 ultimates online, NIP 3. Rolling Thunder last time around, they didn't get an awful lot of value for it. But this potentially here, with no duelist and Existence using his flashes that early on. Oh. look at Korea's HP. He has to get the heal there. Mixwell, a lot of damage coming through the wall, but yeah, Existence's flashes being used that early on. Without the duelist, it's like this is the reliance on the entry, right?
Enemy tag.
The thing is, as well, look at Zeke's positioning. He's managed to push out. He's got so much information. He knows they're just locked up in middle. None of the traps have been set off towards B, so they know exactly where they are. Zeke could be the absolute execution here. Spots one, sees two. Oh, that's big work from Zeke. He can just fade away now. He is the biggest nuisance in the world. A's vulnerable from short, but you still have the Omen at the back patrolling around. I've got to say, G2 are in so much control here.
They are, and it's the contingency plan behind it. Again, reading where NIP are playing. Zeke, again, with free beyond to Ardis. And actually, the second player there, actually low HP. Did he just cancel the TP? He did just cancel the TP. The spike can't go down now. That's a huge tag there onto Korea's ultimate.
remaining.
He tried to TP into center site, and he gets tagged and it cancelled. Wow. It's the little things. It's the little things that count.
8-1 now, scoreline. I mean, I've got to say it. You look at the other maps where the ninjas looked pretty competent. We just got called degenerates, and I'm kind of happy with it. Thank you very much. Woo boy, wee boy. I don't know how to do. Woo boy. We'll call your name like that. I like it. Look, one day I'll get you onto the hours, and you'll truly join me in degenerate hell. But the problem is an 8-1 scoreline is kind of overshadowing the previous maps, and this is what I meant by the depth that's probably going to be lacking with the ninjas. When you've got a new kind of IG on, nice little work there from one, good trade out there from Chihuahua to continue going forward. But again, it's one of those things that they will lack a bit of depth. They may be able to convert this round just to make it seem like, you know, that it's going to be competitive. But in those buy rounds, it's been very decisively one-sided. A little creep out from Patatech doesn't go so well. And now Mixwell left in a 1v4. Does have his ult if he wants to get a little fruity with it. Doesn't fancy the odds. Great round from NIP. You can see the foundations and the structure can be there. It's just they can't replicate it as well. The previous maps have looked substantially better. I don't think they're ready yet for the answers on this map. We don't know how much time they've had to truly implement this sort of, you know, the sort of, I guess, regiment that they have in the previous maps that we saw when we go on to something like this. This just may not be within their wheelhouse yet.
No, it's crazy to actually see the amount of impact Existence had and just finding no value off of doing essentially the same thing here, right?
Yeah.
They're trying to find that space with the flashing people off certain angles, but they can't capitalize on it quickly enough. And then lacking somebody with, you know, real mobility or that ability to kind of play entry is kind of dragging them down here, I'll be honest. It's because it looks kind of simple for G2, dare I say that? It's very much just playing fundamentals here. There's nothing special coming out of G2 other than map control here.
Yeah, and I think that's completely understandable. Do we get to see a Sinatra round? I see ardiis. I see the gun. I think Sinatra. If they go that way, Observer, you give me
You're not
that
allowed to
POV.
mention any NA names, by the way, in this broadcast. Is nobody's going to have any idea what you're talking about.
Oh, you're right. You're right. My bad. I'm so sorry. I'm so
Shame on
sorry.
NA fangirl.
I just watch a lot of NA, man. They're creative out there. They've picked up some like Overwatch players, and it's actually worked out pretty well, man. It's weird. Like we've got like the Fortnite group. Wait till you see the Overwatch lot. They're all a bit mental. It's mad. But here we go. The Sinatra specialty going to probably come through on this one, considering you can see what ardiis is up to. If he fancies it, one goes over. Don't see anything for now. But if anyone was there, you have that nice warbang pen and so many bullets to just spray away. They go for this mid-split. Still could have some decent impact. We'll see what the ninjas do. They did just have a little timeout, so maybe it'll work out.
And the preemptive Empress here. Pop Zeke expecting them to swing out on this market angle. Let's see. Hunter's Fury and Rolling Thunder sent over on the other side of the map. Hit. Got to be careful here. He's tucked in next to the switch. The Cage going to go up buying some time, but Existence just snaps on him as soon as it drops Patatech there to back him up. But back and forth trades here, 2 for 2. Brings it down to a 3v3 now. And again, just not an awful lot. What? ardiis just killed JD with a... Okay.
The Sinatra.
The weird thing was I glanced up to the top of the screen and I didn't see JD low HP.
So I don't know where
was that a
or
double?
how. I don't know.
30 seconds
I
left.
really don't
Last
know.
player standing.
There we go. This round's getting horrific to handle. Welcome to the pain train. And it may not be stopping. Yeah, uh-oh. Side of the head? No. Yes. ardiis. Not going to get through, are you? Comfy work from G2 again. Just kind of keeping control now. Just making this look way too simple for them. And, you know, we said in the previous, I want to see the likes of Zeke and ardiis doing well, and they are here. This is a good example of it.
Yeah, I hate talking about round scores when it's 9-2 and it's the last round and a half, because it's like, yeah, NIP they have to get this. Double digits is almost. I mean, we see comebacks, yes, but more often than not, it doesn't happen when somebody gets 10 rounds in the first. Quick hit actually over towards A here. Back all the way up. Korea going to make it across to Gen, but Patatech still swings out, finds Rhyme. Korea going to make use of the smoke up on Heaven here. Jada will get Ryan back on his feet, so brings it back to a 5v5, but Korea still hunting.
Nah. Not going to get away with that sort of play against G2 right now. They're 2 on the ball. You see Reyna starting to build that viability into these rounds. Quick bit of information going to be poured through towards the Ninja side, but by this point, Deke's already there. Here comes Mixwell saying goodnight. Doesn't actually land too much. It's JD doing well. And now the 1v2 begins. Tucked in the corner, looking dangerous, but not dangerous enough. Patitek, right there.
It's the chaos factor for G2. Like that was literally chaos. It was like Zeke gets a kill, he dismisses. He's basically stood in the open on heaven, like, yeah, shoot at me, it's fine. And then Mixwell comes flying out with the Blade Storm. But it's how synergized that chaos is for G2. Just another fantastic retake from them.
Okay, Tech Paw is going to be coming out. So we get to have a little watch back at this. Oh, this is so good, man. It's actually filthy. And you know what, the fact is, the one thing I do love about Valorant is the fact that we got some personalities. You know what I mean? Like, it took so long for some of the players in other games to be able to be willing to actually be, you know, not necessarily a bad guy, but to have a bit of, you know, a bit of spice to it. I love the fact we already have that in Valorant. It's so good. So damn good. 10-2 is a damn good scoreline for G2. This is a way to kind of instantaneously answer back. So, yeah, boy, this is going to be a brutal one. What's after this? Bind? Question mark?
Yeah, Bind and then Haven for the finale, if we go there.
If, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Again,
you
it's
just
like,
wanted to stretch their legs a little bit today.
I think the thing is, like, we're learning NIP's map pool as to what they've been able to work on so far, and that's completely fine. I'd really love to see if maybe Bind's another one they've been able to kind of work out. Don't know how far in they've got towards it. Like, this is the thing. Like, we're still kind of learning the process of how far they've worked through the regiment, because considering how constructed Icebox looked, how well handled Split was, you know, even in the loss that they had, it doesn't really matter. I really enjoyed that. So I'd like to see that applied to more maps, but I think that's kind of hopeful wishing at this point. So yeah. But still, I'm happy to see G2 stabilizing, because it'd be kind of worrying for the EU scene if they just suddenly slipped up at this point. And it's good to see that's not the case. They've been able to stabilize well enough here. And we can just have a little look around the game. As I said, just a little tech pause, so we can just have a little chat. How's your day going, mate?
Doing pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah, so far so good. I'm glad actually we didn't get like a 2-map and done. Yesterday seemed too short.
It said no caster ever.
I mean,
we can't break the
they're
illusion.
opposite ends of the extreme.
You're right. I mean,
Mitch and Banks are going to hate me for that. If we go the distance now, they will hate me.
They look, they'll be fine. They love a grind, those two. They're living the dream. You know, I might have to just make my dinner at some point. God damn.
You get an extra hour in the day, though. I don't know why.
Please don't bring up that Frankie doesn't understand time again, because my brain still hurts from it.
You get to get up a whole hour later than everyone else.
So what are your thoughts going in towards that next map, though? Well, not next map. Let's talk next match just briefly while this tech pause gets worked out. I don't know how long we've got. I just want to talk nonsense with you because it's kind of fun. Like, I'm looking at Liquid, right? And I really like the Liquid guys. I honestly want them to do well, and I think they're a long-term investment that will eventually pay off, right? How do you think they're going to fare against Summon here? Just briefly.
Briefly, I'm worried for Liquid because of how good Summon looked yesterday.
True, yeah.
On a fundamental level, Summon were terrifying, and yes, you could argue opponent diff, but I'm worried for Liquid.
Pitt just said to pee in a bottle. He's going full Mitch Jones here. Damn, boy. Like, all right, look, we can take bathroom breaks. Maybe. But we are getting on the switch. But yeah, I think you're right. I think with Summon's look, that's pretty wild. Anyway, we are into the second half, 10-2. Ninjas will have to get this pistol. I don't...
Yeah, that's not how you want to see it after... Yes, they need to get this pistol. Mixwell just out on an island with a frenzy and finds 2 there. NIP down to 2. Remember, main is right. I'm actually going to bring 1 back, but Mixwell now puts it into a 2v1. Existence going to give his position away by destroying this wall in B main, but you see already Pathetech positioning and market. Mixwell all the way back in a defensive spawn. It's just the perfect setup here. He's got to come through, he's got to clear all these close angles, and then actually they're just going to swing once he gets close to the spike. So making it as difficult as possible for existence.
Yeah, look at that plant. This would take a monumental failure from the G2 side. That's just not going to happen.
I'm just going to throw 400 credits at your face as well. The paranoia for good measure.
Why not? 11-2 now.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. Yeah, they're going to come back. I'm hoping they're going to come back in this unless they want to. I don't want to say allow G2 the 12th, but it just makes it so difficult. And then with G2 forcing up 3 Bulldogs, again, they can play this a little differently than they would do with SMGs. Maybe just one coming on the side.
Yeah, that's not a bad start. I mean, try and make something happen. If you're the ninjas in this position, you have the freedom of the fact that as much as, yes, you're probably about to lose this game, you don't have that much pressure in a weird way. I don't know how to put it. It's just, you got to just kind of try weird stuff because default and standardized play isn't going to work, especially on like a round like this. And they've got to set it up to be this, like a B stack and then bait them in towards A, which is a really nice concept. It doesn't go so well because G2 is still very well prepared and well considered, but I like the intention. That's, again, I don't care that it doesn't go perfectly to plan. JD did well to find 2, but as I said, you're not going to win that in a standardized way. You might as well try something a little bit weird and wacky. And that was a nice idea. 12-2 though, Hypox. This one is looking all wrapped up, and none of the ninjas breaking double digits in kills here.
Yeah, and the important thing to note there is they did just dry run that previous round. Coming back in now, they're going to attempt to go 10 rounds on the bounce versus G2 here on Ascent. A tall order at the best of times.
I feel like you don't believe in the comeback. Have I told you the time where the ninjas were down 12-2 and they pulled it together, took it up? No. I haven't told you that story because it didn't happen.
Not yet.
Question
Unless...
Get out of my way. We'll see. Let's see how much you got, ninjas. Let's make it fun, all right? Mixwell are going to dive right in, show you how it's done. We saw Scream doing something very similar sort of approach, a very common one. But NIP seems very well prepared. Good control so far. Mixwell is still let loose. He is still standing. The only one still standing is the ninjas lock it down. Clean, but it has to be clean the whole way through.
Yeah. Accosted no mistakes whatsoever in this half, and it's clean, convincing. 4 people stay alive. You got to have that pretty much every single round, Lauren, to be honest with you. Again, they get themselves to the position where they're buying out every single round. It makes it more and more difficult once that catches up with them and they're forced onto a full buy G2 round. An SMG for them. G2, a Stinger, Ghost, a couple of Sheriffs. Throwaway round for them.
I mean,
let's see if they can find anything.
If they get damage done here, the problem is that G2 don't... Well, the ninjas will never have the chance to build up an economy, so any damage could be deadly because it'll be a loss, essentially. That next buy back in, they're going to be without yet, right? So it's like any damage they actually achieve is pretty big here. So, could be could be interesting.
A little bit more chip damage coming through there. Again, I think they're just going to wait this one out. As soon as this wall drops, expect to see the explosion. Actually, no, they're going to send the drone up early. Didn't actually get the tag onto Rhyme, but the position is noted. And look at how many tags the Recon is getting. The fault line perfect as well. Rhyme will pick up one, JD the other. Now he's actually getting forced on by these pistols. Stays alive a lot longer than I thought he would have, but here comes JD now for the cleanup. But Zeke actually going to land that one. He's been so good today as well. Now finds himself at a 1v2. Spike in his possession.
This is doable.
It is. It absolutely is.
I just don't think Existence makes mistakes like this. He's going to play this so well. He'll keep his cool. But Zeke is so dangerous. This guy's aim, monstrous. Spike now planted. Retake time. Zeke. Oh, he did isolate one fight. Yeah. He was able to get that 1v1, but it will be the ninjas to control, maintain, and get a defuse. 4 rounds on the board.
Three deaths on the side of NIP, and Take a look, see how that leaves them. No, they're going to be fairly healthy. It's only really JD that's down to sub 500 credits, so not a massive issue for them. But G2 back on with a full buy now. Zeke's ultimate online, Patitek's ultimate online, ardiis one away from the Hunter's Fury on the side of NIP. JD has the Resurrection, Kriya one away from his ultimate, Rhyme one away from the Hunter's Fury there. So they can pick up a kill or so across the board. Expect those ults to get invested.
I have the spike.
Wait and see moments here. G2 going through the, I guess, process at the moment, just kind of clearing as they go, trying to draw utility out. Mixwell making headway towards middle. Good timing on the flash. No play off the back of it though, but keeping note of these players.
Mixwell again looking for that. Actually going to walk straight into the trap wire. Existence gets the easiest wall bang. The one thing about Ascent, all these walls are paper thin.
True.
Shout out paper thin.
Patitek with one. Kriya with the trade. Kriya's in a really good position here. No one's on the flank, so he can be a real problem for these post plants. All they have available is the sight and kind of the connector from short. Line comes out, Zeke with the plant. Spike is now down. It's retake time, and G2 are digging their heels in. Pit's found Rhyme. That's a problem. This is now a 3v3. Pit's gone down. JD's refusing to die. There is still life in them yet. Revive comes out. 4 players now stand, but they've got to get moving. They have to find these remaining players. Zeke is one of them. ardiis, I believe the other, and Zeke's made this look so sharp, so clean. Full HP, overhealed, ready to go. JD said, this is not looking so good. Existence with the trade, and now the 1v1. Rhyme has to find him. He doesn't, and time is dwindling. Rhyme on the push. He gets ardiis. But the time is everything here, Hypoc. This is going to be close again.
I think he's got it. Yeah, he's definitely got it. What a retake there. Again, just no hesitation. As soon as that trade comes through onto Pit, Revive invested, gets the man advantage back in their favor. I thought, you know, when Zeke finds that first kill on main and then the second towards door, I thought there was a chance, but ardiis getting tagged by that Hunter's Fury again, it just gives away his position. And Rhyme knows where is best for ardiis to relocate to take that 1v1, and lands the headshot. Really, really good stuff actually from NIP.
Yeah, it is. They're not going down without a fight, and I will absolutely give them that. They get all the credit in the world. Now, in CS, we normally don't call it a comeback until they make it to double digits, right? But the problem is MR12 doesn't allow us that much. So maybe let's get excited for the comeback at, let's say, 8 rounds. Pit's already fancying the next map, so he's got that sheriff working. Chihuahua, very, very sharp today, though. Going to continue to push in towards this. Nice work towards Mixwell, but Zeke on the trade. There is still potential here at 3v3. Wait. This flank could be huge. Patitek's been unchecked. He's got 2 players on the other side of this. Once he crests this corner, he is going to have them lined up. This could be the death of them. Zeke's already found one. There goes the second. This could be where it all falls apart as Rhyme, the only man alive to save the ninjas in a 1v3. You've got the heavy hitter still alive, and as the curtains close, it's not looking so good. Rhyme has to make his move, and you can see them considering everything so well. Vision taken away, and as is the round, as is the map. It's G2 to close this one down, but it's not over yet. And before we get to those next maps, let's head back to the desk to talk us through everything we just saw.
Thank you very much, Pansy and Hypoc. What a performance from G2. The comeback is on, Banks.
Oh, yeah, that was a slapback. That was a statement game